Hi everybody, I'm Ron Cantor and you're watching Out of Zion on GODTV. Right behind me is the ancient city of Jerusalem, and I want to continue in the little mini-series that we're doing on the names of several New Testament figures. It's based on a novel that I wrote called Identity Theft, How Jesus Was Robbed of His Jewishness. And again, it's not that we are obsessing over minor details, but that we want to see the gospel presented to Jewish people as it was in the first century, a Jewish message about a Jewish Messiah. That brings us to James, the brother of Yeshua. Truth be told, no one ever called him James. In fact, there was no native-born Israelite named James in the first century. His name was Jacob or Yakov. And simply put, James is not a Jewish name. And Yakov or Jacob is in fact the name of our forefather. In just about every other translation of the Bible, Hungarian, German, French, his name is correctly translated as the equivalent of Yakov, but in the English Bible, he is called James. Some have assumed that it was because of King James, when he authorized his English translation, that he had something to do with it. It's a good theory, but actually the truth is that James and Jacob in Latin sound very much alike. Icamus and Icabus. It was just a linguistic corruption or confusion. Nevertheless, it has been a costly one. The problem, once again, with the mistranslation of Jacob is that it lessens the perception of the New Covenant as a Jewish document. If a Jewish person opened up the New Testament to the book of James, he would wrongly conclude that James had no connection with Judaism or Israel. However, if the book, which was addressed to the 12 tribes of Israel scattered abroad, was properly entitled Jacob, his reaction would be just the opposite. He would instantly recognize that Jacob or James is Jewish. It would convey and reinforce to you the Jewish context of the New Covenant. And then there is his other brother, known as Jude. Again, even in English, this is not the proper pronunciation. When I think of Jude, I think of the Beatles, seriously. And when I think of Judas, the other popular pronunciation in English, I think of a traitor. In fact, the name Judas has become so synonymous to the act of betrayal that the dictionary actually defines it as, quote, a person who betrays a friend or a comrade, as in, he's a Judas. The English should be Judah, where we get the words Jew, Jewish, and Judaism. It's the same name as the son of Jacob, the father of the tribe of Judah. It is also the name of the southern kingdom of Judah. So again, we have a situation where the Hebrew scriptures correctly translate the name as Judah, a very Jewish-sounding name, and the translators of the New Covenant insist on washing his name with Greek detergent, coming up with the non-Jewish sounding names of Jude and Judas. It's no wonder that most Jews have no idea that the disciples were living as Jews in Israel. Yes, let me state it again, as I have in previous episodes, there has been an insidious case of identity theft, and that the victim has been Yeshua the Messiah. It would be one thing if Jewish people were stumbling over the message of the gospel, but how sad it is that we have added additional stumbling blocks by stripping the New Covenant of its Jewish flavor to the point that most Jews see the New Covenant as something literally and completely foreign. And that is why we are dealing with this subject. Not to be overly obsessive with words and dates, but to convey the gospel message in its original Jewish flavor. Let's ask God to open up the eyes of Jewish people here in Israel and around the world. Now please go to GODTV/Zion to catch every episode. And you can always find me at roncantor.com.
Please follow Ron on Twitter and Facebook at Ron S. Cantor to find out more about Ron and his ministry. For more information on GODTV and the Out of Zion programs, or to view these programs again, go to god.tv/Zion.